Everything that rocks all day, the Big Dog 97.9. Guess what day it is?
Free Ticket Tuesday?
You got it.
Yeah.
Free Ticket Tuesday.
All right, so we're going to give you a word, your chance to win tickets, this time to the upcoming Toughest Monster Truck Tour at the Stomping Grounds in Lamar, July 26th.
Now, if you would like to win those, you need to text the word monster.
Mm-hmm.
Text the word monster to 417-659-9797. That's 417-659-9797. Just text the word monster.
Simple as that. 417-659-9797. Text monster and enter yourself to win those tickets to the Toughest Monster Truck Tour.
Now, Megan's going to give you another word so you can get more entries to have a chance to win. That's coming up at 10:05 this morning. First thing she does when she gets here is give you a word to win.
Right.
2:05 as well, and then 4:05 Maze will give you a word. So there you go.
Free Ticket Tuesday. More chances to win coming your way.
Morning, everybody. Anna and Cindy.
Was a rookie receiver for the Vikings killed in a car crash overnight.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's not good.
terrible. A vegan version of Nutella is on the way this fall.
Yeah, that's going to be delicious. Let's take something that is horrible tasting.
I don't like it already.
And make it more horrible tasting.
I heard a wheel fell off of a Boeing plane after they took off. Yeah, last night too, by the way.
That's nice.
Yeah. They are not having a good run. It landed safely still, but
Not a Nutella fan.
we got more pee stories if you just want to do all pee
stories.
Yeah, a guy in Ohio peed on $500 worth of sandwiches at a store.
Well, we can talk pee.
I thought maybe we might need to save the Elton John thing for the not headline news thing, but we have a lot of urine-related stuff here, or at least two.
Where do you see that?
That was in the Stupid Plus.
Oh. Pee stories. We've got pee stories.
We do.
Being in a store and needing to use the bathroom and being told there isn't one, it's probably one of the most annoying things in the world.
Yeah.
We don't have one.
Yeah, we don't have a bathroom. Or at least not for you.
I was going to say, that's what they should say.
Yeah, we don't have a bathroom for you. We don't have a public restroom.
Yeah.
And
at least say that, because you're going to have a restaurant or a restroom.
May have a restaurant, too, that they don't allow us to use. It's all BS.
But there is a way around it,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
Elton was shopping at a shoe store in France called Sugar Kicks.
Sugar Kicks. It feels kind of right for Elton. I don't know why.
Sugar Kicks or Sugar Kinks.
I'm going to go with Kicks.
Either way with Elton.
Either way with Elton feels appropriate. You're right.
It's sugar and then Kikz.
I'm going to say that's Kicks.
Okay, that's what I originally. But I was thinking maybe it could be Kinks.
No, that's next door. That's the leather place.
He had his 2 sons and a bodyguard with him when he asked the owner to use their facilities.
Okay.
Guy told him that we don't have facilities.
Okay. Probably in a really arrogant French accent, too.
Yeah.
We do not have facilities
for you.
Something like that.
I think that was good.
Thanks.
Elton then went, okay. So he had an empty bottle that he got from his bodyguard.
Okay.
So he must carry around an empty bottle with him just in case. You never know when the moment strikes. Bodyguard,
bottle me.
I need bottle.
Philip. I imagine his name is Philip. Philip, bottle me.
don't know if Philip says bodyguard.
It seems English. It's English bodyguard.
English bodyguard.
Yeah.
Okay. He took a few steps away from the other customers that were in Sugar Kicks.
Okay.
And he peed right into it.
Filled that bottle.
Yeah, he did. Got a little on the floor too, because the bottles never hold.
Well,
everything.
that's the complete mystery of peeing into a bottle. Is this bottle big enough?
Yes.
And unless you have a pretty good sized water jug, I don't think you can ever feel that confident in it. Because if you have to go so bad you're going in a bottle, you need to go.
And as you get up there, and Elton's getting up there, you know,
He is.
You dribble a little.
It's not a clear shut off.
Bodyguard though
Uh-huh.
was on the spot, wiped it up with a towel, cleaned it up nice,
Oh, that's good.
so that way they didn't leave any of the dribbles.
Okay. Yeah.
The shop owner didn't recognize Elton for some reason.
Seems like it'd be hard to not recognize Elton John, doesn't it?
And you need to do your French voice again.
Okay.
And asked him this question: "What do you do for a living?"
No, I think you nailed it.
What do you do for a living? Elton answered, quote, "I am Elton John."
That's my job. I'm Elton John. B word.
And I feel like he said that.
I bet he did.
The owner wasn't really happy about the whole peeing incident. He said Elton was pretty cool otherwise, besides the peeing.
Other than
incident.
whipping his dong out in my store, he was pretty cool.
He ended up actually buying 2 pairs of sneakers for his boys.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Took a picture for the store, shook the owner's hand.
Oh,
or
did
the
he
guy's
wash them?
hand.
Because
No.
there's no bathroom.
There's no bathroom, so no, he did not. Which is kind of brave on the owner's part because of that,
Yeah,
right there.
right.
I don't know. In my mind, this is how I think it probably sounded.
Okay.
After he said, "No, we do not have
Yeah. We do not have
facilities for you."
You're gonna hear electric music, solid walls of sound. Say, can you know, haven't seen them yet? Ooh, but the soap's phased down.
Big leg. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Probably
Shake-
something
shake
like
it
that.
off.
Yeah. I submit from now on, if you have to take a leak into a bottle, you call it taking an Elton John.
I love it. So
I'm going to the Elton John.
There are many people traveling, going to festivals that will be pulling an Elton John. There's a lot of people I know that are working construction
Yep.
that you just don't have time.
Truck drivers.
Truck drivers.
You're now taking an Elton John. They're just in a crowd of people. I think they could go.
Now, a lot of people instantly recognize. I don't.
Some, maybe, yeah.
I need to download.
It's been so hot. Park rangers in Tucson, Arizona made banana bread in their car.
Banana bread?
Mm-hmm. In Tucson, the park rangers made banana bread in their car. They baked it in
I
there.
just feel like anything like that.
At least
not
banana
safe
bread
to eat.
doesn't have. Does banana bread have eggs?
I bet it does.
Maybe
You
so.
might be able to make it without it.
I bet you can make it without. Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to have something in it that is not good if you ate raw, especially sitting in heat for a long time.
That's the kicker right there. It's like, I'll eat raw cookie dough. But if those eggs aren't cooked all the way, I'd still eat a car cookie. It's 117 outside, and I think they're cooked. I bet you can make a cookie pretty crispy in your car all day in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, maybe.
The car's like 200 degrees inside, probably.
That's where I looked at the temperatures. It's going to be hot this weekend, that golf tournament.
Yeah.
Luckily, the first day anyway, the tee time is 8:10.
Oh,
I got my tee time.
That's good. Yeah.
So 8:10. That will help a little bit. There are 191 people in this.
Holy smokes, really?
That's what it says.
I would have never guessed that.
191.
Wouldn't have guessed there'd be 100 entries into the thing, honestly. It's way bigger than I would have thought.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, these people, it's gonna suck.
Well, there's a lot of people going to be getting a 1 o'clock tea time.
First tee time 6:40 a.m. Last tee time 2:40 p.m. And when you go by, it doesn't say it there. Where did I see that? There was a place where it had like how many people. Maybe it was players. I don't know if there's 191. It said 191, but that's still a lot of people. Basically four twosomes every 10 minutes starting at 6:40. There's a couple of threesomes in there, but
So you play with 6 guys at 4?
No.
Oh,
4 total.
you play 4 total.
There's a couple that are 3. I don't know what that would add up to. But every 10 minutes starting at 6:40, 6:40, 6:57, 7:10, 7:20, 7:37.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
Well, the nice thing for you, it should be, I don't know, there's that many people, but I'd say if you enter this tournament, and you won't have to worry about waiting too much or anything. People will pay.
Oh, yeah.
Pace. No.
No. Brett's already said, get ready. You're going to be there forever.
Really?
He says it's super slow. The afternoon.
No shotgun, huh? Everybody's starting. Just staggered tee times for this one. I understand the shotgun thing is not ideal, but couldn't you get
You can't for this.
just too many?
No, one, you can't because there's too many, but 2, because starting on certain holes give you an advantage over everybody starting on the same hole.
Mm-hmm.
There is an advantage sometimes, like if you started on a par 3 or there's a par 5 or there's trouble on this hole and you start off, then your whole round can be shot.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to start off on the same hole. Nicolas Cage has now made over 100 movies. I always thought here lately it feels like Nicolas Cage is making more movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's just making a more B type movie, or
Mm.
just weird movies or odd movies. Because if you go back and look at his history, he's always. It looks like he's always done like
A lot.
2 or 4 films every year,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
forever.
They're just not big ones anymore. Some of them have
Some
been.
of them have been critically. There's one movie he'd want you to watch over all the others.
Which is
If Nicolas Cage says watch one of my movies, this is the movie I want you to watch.
okay.
Pig.
I remember we laughed about that, but I think it got big reviews and crap.
Matt said, what do you call it? It's if something and like something chef were mashed together. It was a weird combination.
Didn't they take the pig? Is it like Taken? Is he like Liam Neeson for a pig?
It's a truffle pig.
Yeah, it's a
But
truffle
he's
pig.
like a cook, I think, is why he has a truffle pig.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's a cook, so it's like this weird. He says it's also the movie, for me, it's like a folk song. It's a very quiet, gentle movie, which is polar opposite of people thinking I'm crazy.
Yeah, I think most of us do, but it's by your own doing there, Nick.
Raising Arizona was good.
Yeah, it is. Raising Arizona is great.
It's one of those, I think when I watched it when it first came out, I didn't appreciate it as much as I think it's as I do, watching it later on. It was like several years later I watched it.
It's just that kind of weird brand of comedy sort of thing, and that was one of my grandpa's favorite movies, actually. He loved dumb comedy, but they had a certain wry kind of comedy to it. He enjoyed that, but he also loved Police Academy. Something
Those were just
westerns and Police Academy. He liked to laugh and he liked the westerns, right? But Raising Arizona was up there for him. He liked that one.
Yes, I will be playing golf on vacation. It's a golf vacation.
The whole vacation is built around golfing. Not just he will be playing golf. That's what they're doing. Like some people go to the lake, they're going to golf courses.
Yeah. Well, one day gonna be in the mountains, just mountaining.
Just mountaining. Whatever that means.
Seeing these magical creatures, apparently, that appear out of nowhere, especially if you have food and they interact with you.
Yeah, I don't know how high that friend of yours was when he told you that, but I have a feeling it was just squirrels.
I'm ready to see them.
It's just squirrels.
He says it's not squirrels. It's some other magical creature that appears, especially, and then they interact with you.
It
It's funny.
feels kind of unbelievable, but
It does. I'm curious. I want to see what these magical mountain creatures are like.
I'm curious as well.
Ooh, that's not good. Hopefully it's something quick and easy. That's not
Yeah.
fun. That's not fun, like a vacation.
No way.
Got another Wet Nose Wednesday coming our way tomorrow. Looking forward to that always.
One of my favorite times of the week. Thomas from the Joplin Humane Society will be bringing in our featured guest once a week, every Wet Nose Wednesday.
Superior Roofing and Construction helping us out with that each and every week, and finding them a home or helping try to find these dogs some homes. Heat stroke, summertime. It's been hot. It's not too bad today.
No, nice.
But by this weekend, it's going to be upper 90s again. Anybody can have a heat stroke at any time, so do be cautious and careful.
Right.
But dogs actually have a higher risk.
Really?
Especially certain dogs. A lot of times people don't realize that.
I don't at all.
They only have sweat glands in their feet. Their main way of cooling down is, of course, panting. So it's easy for them to overheat. These are dogs that are more likely to have heat stroke. So if you have one of these dogs, keep that in mind.
Okay.
Don't just throw it outside and leave it forever. Flat faces.
Flat-faced dogs.
Dogs with short snouts tend to have narrow airways, so it's harder to breathe.
Yeah,
I think we all know the pugs and stuff that
they snort. Yeah. 'Cause it just sounds like even in the air conditioning they can't breathe.
Right.
So it makes actually a lot of sense to me.
Long-haired dogs.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
It's like wearing a sweater in the heat.
Yeah.
So summer haircut might be in order for some. Some of them, it's not a good idea, they say. Some of them, I think it is.
Depends on their skin and that sort of stuff, yeah.
Young and older dogs, same as humans. Kids, older,
Puppies.
more likely.
Yep.
Dogs that are overweight, just like
Just
humans,
like humans.
or other pre-existing conditions.
I bet humans with flat faces have a more tendency to do it too.
Probably so.
I don't know that.
Them
but
flat-faced people.
the flat face people.
Even breeds without those features can have a heat stroke. They say the highest risks, bulldogs, boxers, pugs, Boston Terriers, Shih Tzus, Chow Chows,
Okay.
Huskies, and Golden Retrievers.
Yeah, huskies aren't made for the summertime, man.
No.
They like cold. Golden Retriever, they've got a big old mop of hair too. I could see all of those having trouble.
Top signs your dog is too hot are excessive panting, drooling, deep or rapid breathing, weakness, vomiting. They look disoriented.
Yeah.
Always keep water available. That helps.
Yep.
Don't leave them outside too long. Make sure there's shade. Don't walk them in the middle of the heat when it's 98.
You don't want to be out there either, probably.
And never leave them in the car.
Leave them in a car is...
Even if it's parked in the shade with the windows basically, trust us. We did this once.
Yeah.
And it was only like 86.
Yeah, it wasn't even that hot.
It wasn't even that hot that day.
Car got up to 120 something.
Yeah. In less than an hour. It was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we stayed in there maybe 30 minutes.
Brutal.
We were dripping with sweat. This was last summer we did this.
Brutal. So don't leave your dog in the car.
We had the fire department on hand just in case.
Yeah, they actually I remember we talked to them and they said, oh, yeah, we'll come over because that's probably not a great idea to do that.
We interviewed them
Are you
before.
sure you want to?
Yeah.
And then they would check on us because every once in a while I was like, are you still sweating?
Are you good? Are you still sweating? Yeah.
That was because they said it is very dangerous.
Yeah. So dogs, no different. Don't be leaving them in the car, and they would be much more comfortable somewhere else. You don't need to be having them just locked up in a car while you're in the store or something.
So water, just like a human. Make sure they got water. They're in shade.
You can't give them the beer that we would rather drink. But yes, shade and a little water, that helps a ton when it comes to hanging out outside this time of year.
The Beatles could be up for a Grammy, matter of fact, or even multiple Grammys.
How?
For the first time in more than a quarter of a century.
Okay.
Their final single, called Now and Then,
Oh.
could get one or more nominations when they are announced in November.
I've forgotten about this thing, yeah.
The Beatles picked up their last Grammy, 1997, Free as a Bird.
Mm.
Other Beatles-related projects have been nominated for and even won Grammys since then. None have been credited to the full band.
Ah, okay.
None.
That's the deal.
So, I get that.
Yeah, that's cool, I guess, for what's left. I've forgotten all about that song already. But then again, I'm not at the Grammys. The Grammys, generally speaking, to me, are something I don't pay attention to now.
Apparently, it was a demo John Lennon did.
Uh-huh.
Paul and George and Ringo had worked on the track back in the 90s,
Yeah.
but the technology wasn't good enough to extract John's vocals clearly enough.
Mm-hmm.
So they left it unfinished in 2023. It had advanced enough. Paul McCartney and Jeff Lynne, Giles Martin, they jumped in, they produced the song.
Mm-hmm.
John would have known how perfect the title Now and Then would turn out to be.
That's true. I
That's
guess
kind
it's
of a
very
cool-
good and fitting in that regard. Very cool news for giant Beatles fans.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm one, but it'd be cool to win. I wonder how far apart their first and last Grammy possibly would be.
Did you say you're not a Beatles fan?
I'm not a giant Beatles fan. No, I'm not. I like the Beatles, but I'm not like that over the top giant Beatles
I
fan.
thought you were saying
I'm not gonna
you didn't like the Beatles.
Yeah, I can't deep dive into the Beatles with you guys. I don't have the knowledge that the big Beatles fans have.
True, and that's fair.
So I don't ever want to pose as I'm a giant Beatles fan.
I was just asking because I thought you were saying
No, I don't hate the Beatles.
I don't like the Beatles. The Beatles, they're overrated.
I don't hate the Beatles. No, not at all. I don't want it to come off like that.
Okay,
More of a
that's-
Rolling
I was-
Stones guy, I think, actually. But
I was letting you clarify.
yeah.
Throwing it out there, trying to give you a lifeline.
Don't burn my car down in the parking lot. I like the Beatles fine. They're good, even.
All right, cool. Glad we got that settled. But they might win a Grammy, which I think is cool because that's kind of cool. They've been able to go grab older stuff and work it out.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah.
Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. The hot Tua girl is getting reality TV offers. And make sure to watch for her on America Lacks Talent. Elton John reportedly peed into a bottle in the middle of a French shoe store. He refused to apologize, giving the excuse, sorry seems to be the hardest word. Boeing agreed to plead guilty to conspiracy to defraud the U.S. and could potentially pay up to $487 million in fines. The deal hasn't been finalized yet. They're still working out the nuts and lack of bolts. Police in Ohio are looking for a man who peed on a pile of sandwiches in a supermarket. Who does he think he is? Elton John? This is not headline news.
Yeah.
The old age colon jokes. Those aren't quite the, fun vacations.
No. No.
Definitely not the.
Probably not what you want to be doing for a nice day off. No. Best of luck to you. I'm sure everything
Yes.
will be fine, and
Yep.
gotta take care of it. So do what you gotta do. You could finish up your Star Wars stuff, maybe. Although I did see she said she's into maybe episode 3.
Episode 3.
So she's watched. She's got into most of it. Or
It's, I'm getting hit up quite a bit about that.
about,
The colonoscopy thing.
oh, doctors are telling you.
Well, no. I haven't gone to the doctor. But
Yeah.
I just know that that's kind of the thing of, hey, it's time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's probably not enjoyable, but probably ought to have it taken care of.
Yeah.
Go have things checked out.
She's an old pro.
She's been through it before, she says. Yeah.
Here I am dreading the first one.
I've heard stories from like my dad and stuff, and it doesn't sound.
I don't know.
It's good though. That's one of the things that can get us. Colon thing is
Yeah.
it's pretty serious.
Ugh.
It can get us, especially dudes.
It's all that meat.
You can go in there and get any meat out that you ate in your entire life, from the sounds of it.
I had a doctor once. I remember him talking about him and his wife had been married. I don't know. They'd probably been married 30, 40, a long time.
Uh-huh.
And they had his and her colonoscopies.
It's like a massage.
So they went they went in the same the same day. They
That's
both
great.
do it, and then they made a contest out of it.
Okay.
So they both had their jugs of the goop that you drink to clean you out, and they chugged it. Dunk,
Yeah.
dunk, dunk.
Yeah.
And then it was the battle of who would go first.
Oh, dude.
So they battled. It was like, okay, who's gonna? And like one had the bathroom down toilet, one had the upstairs, and then somebody would yell when they started.
Yeah.
So then they won.
yeah.
But then it's like, yeah, then we don't see each other for a couple hours because
It
you
sounds
can't
like
leave
it's-
the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna spend some time apart that day.
But yeah, that was funny that they did his and her colonoscopy.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
And then made a contest out of who would poo first.
Hey, you got to do it. I guess that's a fun way.
Oh, you say it's no biggie just because you've done it before. That's like people. I feel like that's what people that have kids say. Oh yeah, being pregnant and having a kid. Yeah, it's no big deal. You'll
Yeah.
be good. And then everybody says, "Oh, you've had kidney stones? Well, that's worse than having a kid, or it's like the feelings of having a kid." And I'm like, "Okay, I've had those several times." No,
Yeah. Not had any of
it's
that.
not good.
I'm not looking forward to any of that either.
That's a good question. Who took them home afterwards?
Yeah.
If they had his and hers.
Oh yeah,
Maybe-
true. They need
maybe-
a driver.
Maybe one of their kids or something.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, that's true.
I guess you do have to have a driver.
I think I did take my dad home after one, actually. Yeah, because you're supposed to have a driver. They knock you out and everything, so you got to have a driver.
I didn't know that.
What's up?
Pat McGann. McGann.
Okay.
Comedian. He is the regular opener for Sebastian Maniscalco.
Hmm.
But Pat McGann, apparently they did, them together.
Mm-hmm.
They just both, so it's more Sebastian than him, but they just did 4 sold-out shows at Madison Square Garden together.
I can
4
see.
sold-out shows.
I could see Sebastian being huge there, though, too, because he's a New York guy. I bet he has some. Well, I don't know if he's a New York guy, but he's the East Coast guy. He's the Italian thing. So I bet it plays well there.
Yeah.
He probably even has stuff that he does in the garden that he doesn't do elsewhere or something.
Yeah, see, it's, I don't know.
I actually need to get back to a comedy club soon. I haven't had time, but damn, it's fun.
It's fun. Yeah, I just sticking tubes in me. I'm just not a big taking tubes and putting in my body. It just makes me nervous.
Not a big tube guy.
Here's a tube. We're sticking it in you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I don't blame you. Nobody likes that, but
Throat, butt,
throat. Ugh.
need nothing. I can see where the throat would not be good.
Oh yeah, awful.
That's like after surgery because they put the tube in while you're sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
but your throat's always
It's irritated.
irritated. I think what she had though, it's a little more in depth than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just it's more of maybe it's also a fear of, what if they do find something.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's. But the whole
What's
point is
that?
I get it because I'm not better than him, so I can't really say anything at all. I know the purpose is you catch it now. You catch
Yes.
it early. That's the whole purpose. I just don't like how many things they say I need to do all the time. You should have these skins, this thing. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not fun. That's a lot of stuff.
Well, Anna, take care. Cindy said hey,
Hey, Cindy.
and then Cindy stopped talking.
Okay.
But that which is fine. You can just watch.
Yeah, sure. Have a great day, Anna.
I'll think about it.